but to intro a video is like the hardest thing for me ever to do. What's up guys, welcome back to Wreckless Millennial Wednesdays. If you're new here, my name is Destiny and I upload videos every Wednesday and Sunday. If you're not new, welcome back. Today we're gonna be talking about my debts and how I organize them, and I might tell you guys a little bit at the end about how I use my hazard pay. Let's go ahead and jump right into the video. I wanna start off by telling you guys I have my debts listed in 4 different places. As you can see, there's 2 boards right here, and then there's an Excel sheet, and then there's a debt snowball app that I have them listed on. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the boards first. So the first board I have is pretty simple. It's just a complete debt payoff board, and I have listed, I think ours goes by 3,000, so I've counted from 3,000, 6,000, 9,000, so on, all the way down to 9,600, and this is like how much debt we have in total, like left to pay off. And this isn't including our first 2 debts, which I'll show you in a second. This is including like what we had left whenever I made this board. So every time we pay off a $3,000 mark, I just mark off like a calendar day on the board. And then right here I had a schedule of our payments and how our payments would look for each credit card every time we got paid. I need to go ahead and erase all this because the credit card is paid off and make another plan for the car. But yes, so the car will go here whenever I update it, and then I always X off days whenever we pay off $3,000. And then I just have like a cute little quote at the bottom saying, you know, you can make it here, and hopefully I do. Okay, so right next to that board I have my like another debt payoff board, and I have everything listed that we've paid off. So right here is the PayPal. This is Nicholas's Bank of America credit card. That's my Bank of America credit card. So what I've done was I just like divided up by however many, maybe thousands or hundreds that it needed to be divided up by. So this one just got divided up by hundreds because it was only, they both were only $800, so those were quick ones that we paid off. And then this one, we were on this one for a little while because it's like obviously $5,000, so I divided it by thousands, and it took a little longer to fill up, but it's full. And then right here I just have the whatever budget I have for the month, I put it right there, and then I make changes. So as you can tell, if you watch my other video, my credit card is paid off, so I didn't have to make like a credit card payment here. So I took that credit card payment away and added it to my car payment, and then the total Capital One payment I made this month was $596, which I'll sit down and explain in a second about that. And then behind this, I'll take this off real quick, is our two student loan debts. So we haven't even like dented them at all because they're obviously very high numbers. So we're focusing on, you know, smallest to biggest. So we're paying off my car right now, and I actually need to fill in this one today because that is another $1,000 that we have paid off in the car. So as you can see, I really just go in and fill in all of the like little lines that I've drawn for myself, and it really just keeps us motivated, keeps us going. So this is how I like to organize my debts on my wall, as you can see. So if you ever see these 2 boards in the back of my videos, that's what they are. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to talk about is the Dave Ramsey Baby Step app. I have all of my debts listed in the Baby Step app, and I did get this app through the, not get it, but I heard about the app through the FPU trial that I tried. That video will be going up soon, so just stay tuned for that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put it on the screen and let you guys see what I'm looking at. So right now I'm looking at my debt that I'm currently on. So whenever you log into the app, this is my screen that I see, and it tells me that I've paid off $2,794 so far. That just means that I've paid $2,794 towards my credit card and towards my car since I got the app. So it's not like totaling how much debt I've paid like in total. So when I got the app, I just put in where I was at and where I needed to, you know, start. So my automotive is on here. I'm gonna click on that, and it is gonna say that I've paid off $794 so far. So right now I'm gonna update the balance. The balance is going to be $8,496. And then it brings up this screen and says, sorry, my little thing's in the way. It brings up this screen and says crush your debt. So you press the crush your debt button, and you literally swipe up and throw like a snowball at the car. And I think that's just really cool, like a really cool thing to look at. And then I also have my student loans on here. They're listed. I haven't paid anything towards them because, as you guys know, if you see my budget videos, we're not paying anything towards our student loans this month. We are just focusing on the car and throwing everything that we have at the car right now. And yeah, so that's my student loans. And then I hit done at the top, and then my credit card has a little check mark by it because it is gone. So I paid off, it says I paid off $2,000, but literally I was at $2,000 whenever I put it in the app. So it was $5,000, but you know, I just only put in $2,000 when I started the app. And that is another place I keep my debts listed, and this says I've paid off $3,894 so far, which is great. And then if you click on the two in the two in the corner, it shows you where you are. So baby step 1, I saved that, we got that, and then now I'm on baby step 2, but also lists baby step 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So you can really keep track in this app of everything that you do. So if you're saving for your 36 months emergency fund, then you can refer to the app and see how far along you are, or keep updating the app just to see your progress. And I'm pretty sure that it has something fun for that little saving process as well, just like to throw your snowball at the debt. And it's kind of, yeah, it kind of gets you like revved up and excited about paying off all of your debts. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna show you guys is my Excel sheet. I just like went into Excel, typed in all my debts, and then I Googled a formula for, you know, how to add them up and stuff, because I'm not really like, you know, like an Excel genius or anything, but that is what I've done. So as you guys can see at the top, I have all of my debts listed, and I do need to take off this Bank of America app. And I do need to take off this Bank of America credit card, so we're gonna go ahead and delete that together because it is now paid off. So I'm gonna delete the entire row. So then it just moves everything up because I have paid that off, and it no longer needs to be on my list. So with this list, I delete everything that is paid off, and I only keep the things that need to be paid on. So as you can see, Camille is right here, she's listed, and I do have all of my student loans listed separately just because it makes me, you know, feel better inside. It makes the 30,000 seem a lot smaller, and it also makes the 40,000 that Nicholas has from his student loans seem a lot smaller, because 40,000 and 30,000 are big scary numbers. So I break them down, and me and Nicholas have talked about it. We have decided that we are going to keep paying on my car regardless of how small any of my loans are for my student loans. So the bigger picture, we're choosing to look at that. So we're paying off Camille. So on the side, I do put like my minimum payment that I'm making. So to the side of all my student loans, you can see that I have like $3.50, $1.88, and all that stuff. And I just like to keep it like in order. And then moving down to my car is $300. And these with no minimum payments are Nick's student loans. They have been in forbearance for a while because he just graduated like a year ago. So I don't really know all the minimum payments he would have to make. And I still don't know because of the pandemic going on, and we don't know anything about what his price will be. So we're just kind of waiting for that to show up. And yeah, so for this little totals column at the bottom, I put in at the top, like I went on Google and found this like formula for it, and I put in some B1 to B27. That's just like adding up all the columns that I put things in. And I'll go back in and edit this like number if I need to, but I don't really need to because I don't plan on adding any more debts to this column. And then for this one, I put in the same thing. I just put in C1 to C14, and yeah, so it's just adding up all the numbers that are in that column, and it's really not difficult. I just Googled what I should do to add up columns, and Google gave me an answer, and I just typed in some C1, C14, and it worked. So if you want to try this on your own, it really is simple. Like Excel, don't let it scare you. This is a really good setup for me, and I really do like looking at it, and it keeps me like, you know, visualize. I'm obviously a visual person, so that is that. Okay, so now I'm gonna show you guys another Excel sheet. I know, another Excel sheet. I got this from I'll put her name on the screen because I really don't know. I think it's Frugal Chic Life, I think it is. And I got it, it's like free. It's a free download. She's so kind and lets you like download it out of her description box. But I'm gonna go ahead and start my screen record on my phone and share this with you guys, because this is something that I use not often, but sometimes I do try to use it just to like lay out my plan a little better. So this is the budget for June, and as you can see, there's a paycheck there, and it's just my paycheck, obviously, just like my budget videos include. And then there's all of the things that I would be paying for. All of those are listed. My car payment is listed. My car payment in this is updated just because it's on my phone, and it's so easy to go in and like click and change the numbers or whatever, and I can just change the numbers down here. And this is Google Sheets, the app, if you were wondering, and that's how I get my Excel sheets on my phone. So if I ever want to check my budget while I'm out or check it while I'm at the store, I pull up this app and I just kind of look and see what's going on in there. So going down, it has like categories. These are all like categories that I've like went in and typed in, but she had her own preset ones, but you can change them. So as you can see, there's an Amazon thing for $30 that we need to be saving that I completely forgot about. Wow, see, this is like why I have my debts listed in like hundreds of different places, and I write down my budgets and I type up my budgets and everything just to make sure that everything is together. And then if you go over to the side, there's a place for all of your debts, and I listed every single one of my debts. I don't update this often, so this little $3,681 was my credit card, and that was like the last time I updated it, but now it is 0, so I probably should go in and put that it is $0 because it is. And then this debt number 2 was my car, so now I can go in and put the actual price of my car in there, which is 8,496, and it automatically puts a $sign, which is so nice. And as you can see, that's like when I changed it, and that was like last year, like June 23rd of last year is when I changed it. You know, let me go ahead and take that out as well. So yes, and the rest of them are kind of similar to my Excel sheet. They're a little bit higher, a little bit lower, depending on the interest rate for my student loans. But yes, that's all my debts combined in that little thing. And I just like to use this for like this part of it, just this part of the budget, just to make sure that everything is calculated correctly, and it really adds up well, and it tells me how much I have left over and how much I need to spend, how much I need to like put everywhere. And yeah, that's it. So with my job, I was lucky enough to receive hazard pay with my paycheck, and I'm gonna show you guys how I like budgeted that in. So all of the money that I budgeted on for my June budget stays completely the same. That money does not get spent any differently just because of hazard pay. So whenever I get my hazard pay within my paycheck, I literally deduct the amount that I would get monthly from that paycheck. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now so I can remember what the price is. I think it's $687. Yes, it is $687 that I got. So I am going to go ahead and talk about on screen what I am going to spend that on. So the first thing that I spent the hazard pay on was my car vehicle. So I made an $1,100 payment, and I spent $504 of the hazard pay on that. So 687 minus 504 is 183. So I'm left with $183, and I spent $66 on a gift for Tiana, and I also plan to spend $45 on a gift for a wedding for Ashlyn and Daniel. And then I have $72 left over, which will probably sit in the joint bank account, honestly, until I get to the end of the month and I see that I have money left over, and I will move that towards my car. He made a humongous payment, as you just saw, towards my car. We made an $1,100 payment. I've never made that payment to anything ever in my life, so that was very different for me. And yeah, Debt-Free Journey has me doing things that I thought I would never do. So that has been all for the video. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit the button. If you like the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And remember, I upload on Wednesday and Sundays. And I'll see y'all later. Bye.